What's going on, boys and ghouls? Happy New Year to all of you in the United States or wherever you are at. In Russia, we are already in 2024. And I just wanted to share some New Year's resolutions to all of you guys. Because it is important to start anew and to never, ever let the past bog you down. Because if you do, you won't become the best person you can be. So, I remembered talking about my dad quite negatively and how there's a bit of some resentment to him. Well, I have good news for you. Um, Ever since I came back to the dacha on December 30th, I spent time with my dad. We went to the banya or bathhouse together, and we had a pretty deep and serious conversation about why I felt the way I did. And he said, "Forgive me. Don't feel bad about yourself, Mike. It's my fault. It's not your fault." And after he said that, I was like 20 years of pain, resentment, and misery just washed away, just cleansed like that. Like das vidanya, so. And and it was very relieving for both him and I, because for the longest time I thought that he hated me or something, or didn't like me for who I was. And no, it's nothing like that. It's merely a misunderstanding, and he simply resents my mother because he shared me some pretty crucial information I never knew about. When I was a baby, my mother actually filed a restraining order against my dad to prevent him having custody over me. I think she was just scared that if she didn't do this, that there would be a very dramatic custody battle, that I would have to be forced to stay here in Russia. And I guess she just didn't want that because I was her property. And, coming to think of it, it is what it is. You can't change the past. But what you can do is make improvements to respect yourself and to change yourself for the future. Be it in Russia, for example. My Russian's actually pretty decent overall. I can write, read it. Pronounce it is a little difficult, but I'm working on it. It's not that difficult. I just got to do it often enough to become a pro at it. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. America is a fake ass country. If you truly love yourself, you have to visit the country where your blood is derived from. That's the only way you can truly respect yourself. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Because America is a country that doesn't have any sense of identity or cultural heritage. It's a miscegenated country. If you know what that word is, you know exactly how I mean. Anyway, that's enough about that. Anyway, I want to share you some New Year's resolutions. First one, obviously, is bettering my family connections, especially constructing and building my relationship with my father. Because for the longest time, I've always wanted to figure out and just learn my dad and just how he works, how he thinks, and how he perceives the world. And over time this year, I plan to figure out exactly what he and I can do together to make this a reality. I don't know, maybe like working out together at the gym, or taking a walk around the city center. I don't know. The sky's the limit. That's one of the things I want to do for this year. I want to better my relationship and gradually construct it and go from there. And if I have time during this year to help out my family, be it my grandparents, my aunts, my uncle. My uncle, his name is Sergey. He's in a kind of a bad way. His oldest son, he died in a car accident. From my understanding of what happened, his son wanted to go home, and he didn't sleep for a whole day, right? And when you drive and don't sleep, it's a recipe for disaster. Death is the most dramatic disaster in this case, and that is exactly what happened to Sergei's son, Dima, believe it or not. Same name as my dad, so it's kind of dark. I went to Dima's funeral, who is I guess, like a cousin to me. He was in his 30s, I believe. And yeah, it was intense. It was sad. I wanted to get to know my older cousin, but I guess I'll have to wait for that in darkness, because as you know, as I said before, darkness loves to toy with you. Anyway, that's the first New Year's resolution. Second one is kind of simple, but it could be a little difficult. I want to be the ideal student in my class. I want to be the best student I can be, to pass all my tests, to pass the class, and to be the student that everyone should look up to. And if I can do that for myself, I might get, some kind of award, maybe a valedictorian, and that would be quite an honor if I can achieve that. So that's the second resolution I want to do. All right. And this one's kind of silly, but this is another one. I think by the end of this year, 2024, I'll be able to use Russian pretty much as a native language by then. As of right now, since the 6 months I've been here, I can pretty much hold a basic conversation in Russian. If it's very, very specific, like, I don't know, if I'm talking about politics, then yes, I need more time. But to hold like a basic conversation, I can do that. I can read the language. I can write it down pretty good. Really, from my understanding, is just improving my lexis, my vocabulary, a little bit of grammar. Russian grammar is a bear. I'm not joking. It is brutal. If you can conquer Russian grammar, you are a trooper. Or you just have some good a good armory. And what else? Oh yeah. So for me, what I gotta improve on is my vocabulary, grammar, and just speaking ability, like being able to pronounce big words, for example. So that's the third. Fourth one is kind of personal to me, to me especially, but I hope, hopefully by the end of this year, I hope to find a female that I can love and maybe become married to. But this is kind of a stretch, but I'm just hoping. I'm trying to stay optimistic, but I just got to find the right woman who's patient enough with me, that can listen to my insecurities and give me advice to destroy and conquer these insecurities. So there's that. And this one's also really important to me, but hopefully by the end of 2024, or maybe even before that, hopefully, I want to eventually become a citizen of this beautiful country that is my true home, Mother Russia. And if I can get this done before my 25th birthday, that would be the best gift I can ask for. All right. So, and that's really it. And maybe another resolution is to just make my mother proud of me, to repair some of the pain that I might have inflicted upon her. And maybe another New Year's resolution, which might be difficult for my mother to swallow the pill, but when she comes back to Russia later this year, I want her to spend actual quality time with my birth father. Even though they're not married, I just want her to spend time with my dad and to learn to forgive what happened with me. Even though I might be a product of lust, I still am human. And it would mean a lot to me if my mom can forgive what happened with me, with my dad, and just relieve all the resentment and the tension on what happened over 20 years ago with me. So, there. Alright. That's all. I'm getting a little emotional from this. And you just watched some of my New Year's resolutions. Make this year your bitch. And as always, smoke them if you got them. This will be my smokes to start off this very new year. До свидания и до встречи, друзья.